day I got back from the from supposedly the fishing trip without any fish, but I just thought that I'd update you quickly on just one change that I've been through before, but I wasn't happy with the solution. I tried it with the arm that bolted to the seat or to the mount on the seat, and then I tried something else, and I wasn't happy with any of them. But I came up with a solution, and I didn't. It's not my idea. There's a fella that I've been watching because he's been building up a DMax, but he does a lot of things, and many of the things he does is really, really relative to, I suppose, anybody that's building a tourer, whether it be a dual cab or whatever. But most of the modern cars have these really sloped windscreen. It's really hard to get a mount. I mean, the 70 series is okay, it's like a brick. The windscreen's almost straight up and down. You can just, plenty of room, you sit very high, and you just you can just clutter your screen up and still have, plenty of window to look out with without too many obstructions. But with these sloping window in the DMax, I just couldn't find a position, and I hate having too much dash clutter anyway. But it's kind of unavoidable in some stages. But anyway, to get back on check, I was struggling to find a place to mount my Garmin Overlander. But you can see now I've got my Garmin Navigator. Man, it's a perfect spot. This is where I used to have it in my 2009 model, and on an extended arm, the suction cup, and the bloody thing kept falling off, and I ended up cracking the screen on it, and consequently I've had to buy a new one. But he came up with a solution as well for I think he wanted to mount his phone. I think it was to mount his phone in this area without taking up screen clutter and having to deal with. I think he spoke about, if I remember correctly, about the suction cups would fall off, and he wasn't really happy with the way the mounts were and how he had to have it. And he came up with this solution. Now I think on his, and I'll just get around to the back here a little bit, but I think on his he may have removed this flap that is basically just to cover up the bolt here. But you can buy, just a ram mount, 1 inch ball ram mount, and it's just a bolt-on one. It's just got a hole in it, and you just simply, I flick that off. I've left it on there in case I want to put it back at some time, but you just simply take that screw out, put that ram mount in there, and then with the new Overlander, it actually comes with the option for a ball mount that you can put on the back of the mount itself, with the charger. So it's good and solid. I've just got a little arm there, the shortest arm you can get, 1 inch either end. It's as secure as all hell. It's certainly not going to move from there. And I mean, if I want to change it, I can just simply get something else with a ball mount from my phone or whatever and simply mount it on there. But I love these Garmin Overlanders. The mount is second to none. They just have a magnetic mount. Look, they just pull themselves on. You can't put them on upside down. It'll basically try and force you around the other way. But now I've got this really secure mount with only a little bit of gear there. Just pops on there like that. It's not going to come off. No way. And, it's in a great position. It's right in my eye view now. So, video showed me now how. Crackerjack. I got to tell you, this guy comes up with such good solutions, and I love this one. It really suits me down to the ground. I even thought that if I wanted to mount a permanent camera more over there, I could even put a longer mount on that side over there. The other thing that he does, I think he must do some 3D printing himself. And for anybody that's got a DMax from 2017-18 on, the center console, I'll just get rid of my energy tablets, but the center console there is really deep. And you put a standard coffee cup in there, even sometimes some of the large ones, you put them in there, and this lip just pulls the top off, and you can't get them out. And so he's come up with this solution, and I think there might be two sizes, I can't remember, but for some reason I ordered grey, thinking, that was the colour I had in the 70 series, and it must have been stuck in my head, but it doesn't. And I've got to tell you, that is just perfect for the cup now. A medium cup or a small cup, or even the large one sits in there really well now. And there's one for the back as well. So it solves that problem. And the good thing is, I mean, if if you do need a deeper one, you can just simply take it out, you know. But that's fantastic. And the other thing that's lacking in the DMax is a tray. You know, it's only a little console that they have there. But once again, I ordered grey, thinking, you know, because my mindset was still stuck on the 76 series. But a great little tray in there. Just drop it in, you can lift it out. You know, it's just ideal. I really wanted for a tray there, and that solved the problem. So, really quick turnaround. He got him out straight away. Video Show Me How. Videoshowmehow.com is his website, and Video Show Me How is his tag, or whatever they call it, on YouTube. And he's worthwhile checking out, guys, because, I mean, even if, you know, you haven't got a DMax, with a couple of the shortcomings that, you know, the DMax has, especially in that console and not having that tray, most of the modern vehicles, in all the dual cabs and that now, have got this really sloped windscreen. And you can see, I mean, the angle of the windscreen is, you know, it's really sloped. And to be able to get something that you can mount there that's not going to fall off and will not, you know, there's enough screen clutter going on now with all the new technology they have on these things, and to not take up too much real estate on your screen or even on top of your dash. Having said that, this was the solution, and it's just so good and so simple. You know, I just had to order that little mount. You just screw in there. It's nothing more than just a mount with a bolt hole in it, and 1 inch ball, which is the standard size ball. But yeah, it's just great. You know, now she just pops on there like that. It's just fantastic. Really good to see, really good to access. Plenty of room. The trouble I had with when I was trying to do it with the clamp that went on here was I couldn't get the clearance behind the steering wheel. And I turned the steering wheel and I'd be knocking the damn thing. And the other thing was trying to get on an angle and to push it over so I wasn't knocking it with my hand, because the clamp would only come down so far. It would be right up against the window here. So it was far from ideal. And so I didn't have this mounted for about a week, and then I seen this solution from the fella on Video Show Me How on YouTube. But anyway, guys, that's the solution. It's crackerjack. I just love it. Doesn't take up much. I mean, that space there is just dead space. It doesn't block my screen at all. You know, the only real estate that I'm blocking a little bit is, you know, is my scan gauge 3, which, as far as I'm concerned, is essential. You've got to be able to monitor transmission temps and EGTs and know when you're doing a burn and engine temperature and such. So that's a must-have. And now I've got the solution for my navigator. So very good. Plus, I've solved the problem here. Oh, it used to frustrate me. I mean, you've got these coffee mounts here. You know, they come out and you put your... But I didn't find these ideal, because what I found is, because I suppose because I'm short and I got my seat a ways forward, every time I get in and out of the car, oh, we'll turn that off. Every time I get in and out of the car, I bang this with my bloody knee, and I was going to end up breaking it. So, center console is the solution for me. There's a few other things that mods he's made that I'm going to be doing, but yeah, if you're looking for some touring mods, especially for dual cabs, because all dual cabs are pretty much the same, check his channel out, guys, because he's a clever guy, and he hasn't long done a trip up the Cape, which is a really interesting series to watch. And we'll finish up there. Hope you enjoyed the fishing video, guys, even though I didn't catch any fish. Anyway, back on with the video.